busy season is officially over. So it was pretty difficult. I had a lot of breakdowns during busy season. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For those of you guys who don't know me, my name is Nicole and I'm so happy you clicked on this video. If you are new to my channel, welcome. If you don't know, I am a public accountant and I usually share my thoughts and opinions on my career, whatever insight I can bring to you guys, and I also do fashion, lifestyle, and vlogs here and there. So if you are interested in that, make sure you go ahead and click that subscribe button. Don't forget to turn on your notification bell so you are notified every time I upload a video. I upload every Sunday and Thursday, and every once in a while there is a video, a random video in the middle of the week. So I'll give you guys time to subscribe and then let's get on to the video. Busy season is officially over, at least for me. I don't know about you, but yeah. For the most part, busy season is over within the public accounting and accounting industry. So that's what we're going to be talking about today. Guys, so like I said in the intro, busy season is over. So recap of what busy season is for those of you guys who don't know. Busy season is a time frame between January and April where public accountants and audit firms are auditing the financial statements of our clients due to year end so that they can file their financial statements and give their reporting to their investors and to the SEC. That is like the easiest version for me to explain it. So during busy season, we are usually working 55 hours or more. Also, it depends on the engagement. Some engagements you're working 45 hours or more. It just depends. There are weeks where you're going to work a lot of hours. There are weeks where you're going to work not as many hours. During this time, you are usually on 2 engagements, sometimes more, sometimes less, but around busy season, be expected that you are going to be involved with 2 different engagements at the minimum. So for me, during my busy season, I had about 3 main clients. Of the 3 clients that I had, 2 of them were 4 to 6 week engagement, and then the other one was about a 2 to 3 week engagement with a pretty quick turnaround time. So I hope everybody had a great busy season. For those of you guys who are in the public accounting industry, if you're not and you're about to get in, just get ready for busy season. It's not really something that you could prepare yourself for. It just happened. Yeah, overall my busy season, it was challenging, I'm not gonna lie, especially coming into a brand new firm. For those of you guys who don't know, I did start with my new firm back in November, and I think it was just a real struggle for me personally, trying to understand how my firm does things, and then first time being involved with all of these clients. So it was pretty difficult. I had a lot of breakdowns during busy season, lots of moments I cried, lots of moments where I questioned myself, I questioned my career. However, once you get through it, you get that sense of relief, and overall you do the best that you can do. Everyone always is learning through this, and yeah, hopefully next year will be better. That is pretty much my take for the most part on busy season. I'm not going to talk too much about it just because I'm just glad that it is over, okay? And for those of you guys who are doing busy season in the summer, or those of you guys who are going to intern, there are clients and companies whose year end is not 12/31. There are companies whose year end is 6/30. So if you have a client whose year end is 6/30, that usually means that your busy season is in the summertime. So that means instead of working long hours per se from the beginning of the year, from January through April, you're working long hours from from around June through August, September. And there are the lucky few who do busy season January through April, and then there are assigned to busy season clients as well in the summertime. And it just comes with the nature of the job at the end of the day. Some things that I learned from busy season is just really time management, especially when you are working on different engagements. So you may be wrapping up, or you may roll off on one engagement and then you start a new engagement, which is time consuming, but then you have to still schedule time on your own to be able to wrap up things that you were doing from other engagements. Another thing is being proactive with your review comments. So review comments are the comments that either your senior or your manager, and sometimes even the partner, leave on your work. So when you complete a work paper, you sign off on it, and then you have the people that review your work on your team. And if something looks off on your work paper, they typically leave you a review comment addressing what they're concerned about, or if you did something wrong. So I would just say definitely be super proactive with your review comments. Take a time, either it be one day of the week or an hour of your scheduled time, and just go through any review comments that came in for you. It's better to address them early than let it linger towards the end of the engagement when everybody's getting ready to wrap up, and then you have to go back to that review comment or go back to the client asking questions that could have happened much earlier on in the audit and testing. So that's one thing that I struggled with, just because of being in a new firm and trying to handle everything, was review comments. So yeah, just make sure you guys are super proactive with your review comments. Another thing will be, if you are struggling with a work paper or a testing area, just ask for help. I struggle with that sometimes because I don't want to be annoying. However, I just learned this past busy season that it's better that I be annoying and get my questions answered than take time figuring it out on my own, or just looking at the prior year work paper. And that's another thing you guys will learn in public accounting. A lot of times they're gonna tell you, look at prior year, just look at what was done prior year. However, audits and testing procedures can always be improved upon. So even if you look at prior year and you don't understand, just go ahead and ask questions. Set up time with the seniors. I know sometimes they're really busy, but you just need to be proactive on your part. That's something that I need to work on, just being more proactive on my part to make sure that my questions are answered so that I can get my testing done and also understand exactly what it is that I'm doing. Also with that just comes communication. I just think it's very important, and I struggled with that this busy season, communicating with my team effectively. And I'm not saying communicating in terms of like, hey, how you doing, small talk, but really when something is going on in your personal life, or even if you feel like your questions are not being answered, I think it's super important to just communicate that. Obviously you don't need to get into details when it comes to like personal matters, like if you get sick or something of the sort, something happens in your family. It's always inevitable. Even though we're meant to be working these crazy hours, it's just inevitable something happening to your health or to someone in your family or just other personal matters. So I would just say communicate as best as you can. If you feel like you're not getting the help you need, make sure you communicate that. And another thing I would say is, even within your communication, don't only chat with people on Skype or something like that, because Skype, usually once you close out of it, your conversations are gone unless you do screenshots or anything. But it's also best to, even if you Skype somebody asking a question, follow up with an email, and just so you can keep track, because sometimes with what I notice is I would ask a question over Skype and it would take a long time for people to get to me, or it would just be ignored. But at least if I send an email, even if they don't reply to your email right away, you can always refer to as, hey, so-and-so, I sent you an email on this day at this time asking about X, Y, and Z. When you have time, can we please discuss, you know? So just make sure you keep an audit trail of your communication, so that way it can help you out So when you have questions that still haven't been answered, you can refer back to when did you originally ask the person the question. So those are my main things that I learned during busy season. And now what? So what's going to happen now that busy season is over? So right now, most people are about to start working on employee benefits plans. Right now, everybody's just kind of wrapping up any loose ends of their engagement, their archiving, and then starting to work on employee benefit plans. Like I have to do a training for employee benefit plans for the firm that I work for now, because I believe mine start in June. So yeah, that's usually what happens in the summer in public accounting for the most part, where you're working on employee benefit plans, and then also for your clients, you're doing some interim work. So there's going to be moments where you're going to be working more than 40 hours because you have to do some testing during interim or like quarter testing. So in case you guys don't know, the year has 12 months and the 12 months is divided into 4 quarters. So yeah, in the summertime, you also get started on interim testing. You're getting started on planning for the year to come, for the next audits that are about to start again. So that's usually what happens once busy season's over. However, it's not as stressful of working the crazy over 40-hour weeks, the long hour days. And yeah, especially with everything going on, I would say if you made it through this busy season, give yourself a round of applause, give yourself a pat on the back, because it was hard trying to adjust to working fully remotely, talking to your team remotely, engaging with your client, asking questions to the client remotely. So it was a big challenge for each and every one of us. So don't feel hard on yourself. And if you got any like negative feedback or a lot of constructive criticism, just keep going, just work on those to apply for the next year or for the remainder of your year in terms of other work you're going to be doing, interim and things like that. And I'm actually going to be doing a video talking about feedback and how to respond to constructive criticism and things of the sort within the workplace, because right now, especially for public accountants, this is around the time now that busy season is over where you're getting your feedback, you're getting your work performance reviews and your evaluations. So make sure you guys leave questions below if you want to know more about that, and I'm going to be making that video very soon. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like always, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Also, don't forget to turn on your notification bell and subscribe. If you made it this far, make sure you go ahead and subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video.